Hi, this is Shirley, the Herb Lady from Alaska. Over 50 years I have been in here, and we haven't had much snow this winter. My husband was talking to our granddaughter, and he said it was 1.5 inches so far at the times that we had snow. But we're going to talk about the glandular system. The glandular system, well, you're going to find out it has the pituitary gland, the thyroid gland, the adrenal gland, the pancreas, and each one of those glands, I don't think we really know how important they are. Wait till you hear some of my research that I found on it. They're very, very important because when you drink something with caffeine in it, a lot of times it kind of destroys the adrenal glands, and it just keeps running them and running them and running them. And you have to have some peace and quiet, like to sit down and read a book, not in front of TV, not get the book off the computer, because that's all energy hitting you. I'm talking about just a common old book. Like what happened to me when we came to Alaska. We gave up everything, came to Alaska over 50-some years ago. And it was so amazing. My husband, we found a place that they needed a teacher, and he taught a Bible school teacher for 3 years. But the main thing is they allowed no radio, no telephone, no TV, nothing on campus. So I had the Bible, and I lay down on the couch and started reading it while he was studying, because I had to be quiet. And after 6 years of marriage, I got pregnant, because I relaxed my adrenal glands. And when I was reading this study, I went, all I did was relax and calm down, and it helped to rebuild them back up again. And exactly what this says, because we run and we do this and we do that, and we don't realize that we're causing our problem. We think it's something else is causing our problem. A lot of times we are causing our problem. Okay, so we're going to start out with this is going to tell you if you have any trouble with your glands, if you have lack of energy, if you drink alcohol all the time, because it destroys some of the glands, mood swings, poor concentration or memory, stressful lifestyle, craving sweets, salt, and junk food, too little sleep, restless sleep, hair loss, maintaining ideal weight, lack of balanced diet, lack of appetite, more than two cups of caffeine a day. What happens is it starts working on your glands, and the first gland we're going to talk about is the pancreas. And the pancreas, people don't realize how important the pancreas is. The pancreas it runs your blood sugar, and if your blood sugar don't run right, I have young girls coming here, 15 and 16 years old, and their blood sugar does not run right. And what I do is they have low blood sugar. Now, you would think a lot of people would go after more sugar. No, that's when you become a diabetic. You don't want sugar in your diet. You want protein. And so what I do is I sell them spirulina and tell them if they eat breakfast, protein in the morning, protein in the afternoon, protein in the evening, then in between meals, protein, and what I tell them to carry in their purse or in their pocket is spirulina. Spirulina, 4 capsules equals like a small steak of protein, and it's a real easy protein to digest, and it balances the blood sugar. And your pancreas is a flat yellow gland that is 5 inches long. It tends to just be on the left-hand side of your rib cage. It has two functions. One is to manufacture enzymes that help you to digest food, and 2, it helps to secrete insulin, a hormone that helps regulate the amount of glucose, sugar in the blood. Glucose is used for energy. Okay, and your pancreas, the herb that I would say that is really, really good is P14. P14 is, it helps to repair your pancreas and feed your pancreas. Why it's P is pancreas, 14 is 14 different herbs that it has that feeds the pancreas. Also licorice root. We found out licorice root really, really helps. Let's see what it says. Licorice root has been long recognized as a natural sweetener of the deep sea root. Next to ginseng, licorice is the most popular root used to give you energy. But licorice root also balances the blood sugar. Okay, on your pancreas it says low blood sugar, you have sugar cravings, you suddenly, when I say low blood sugar, you suddenly, you eat breakfast and then all at once you go too long without eating in the afternoon and you start having mid-afternoon fatigue. And that's when it's really rough. Mood swings, and you can be sweet and lovable and then get really rough and everything like that. And these girls was having fights with their husbands, and only because I told them, I said, eat your protein and you'll be sweet and lovable. And people don't realize that the food kind of guides you. And if you have coldness on the limbs, on your nose, and if you have trouble thinking, that's low blood sugar. Now, high blood sugar is you want to urinate all the time. You're thirsty all the time. You're not eating enough protein, you're eating more carbs than protein. And if you're eating more carbs, here comes you being a diabetic. Now, me and my husband were in our 80, well, I'm going to be turning 80 this year, and he's already turned 80, and we're not diabetics. My blood sugar last time was 80-something, and his was 92 or 93. So as long as you stay under 100, you are not a diabetic. But when you get over 100, let's say 125, you're already there. High consumption of the bad kind of oil, if you don't exercise, and sugar rag really helps a diabetic. I've told you a lot of stories about my sugar rag, but you take one in the morning, one in the afternoon, one in the evening, and honestly, it really helps. Sugar rag is a natural to keep the blood sugar levels in a healthy range while providing antioxidant. It protects substance to the gland against the damage that it can offer causing by being a diabetic. So honestly, it protects you. And I've had a lot of people think they was doing it after they got on my sugar rag, and when they quit it, they wasn't doing it. Their craving for sugar came back, so they knew it was a sugar rag that was literally calming the system down, and they was not craving. Okay, the next one is your adrenal glands. The thyroid and your adrenal glands, they call them twin sisters. Oh, that's what many of the doctors I said under call them. They call them twin sisters. If one's working, then the other one should be working. But if one's not working, then the other one, it's putting more stress on the other one. And so if you have a hot adrenal gland, it's high blood pressure, high blood sugar, poor wound healing, bone loss, lower immune response, thinning hair, muscle waste, filling, tension and stress, anxiety, shallow breathing, and muscle tension. And Sumer and Nutricom. Nutricom is, I know a lot of my school teachers get it, but it says it's really good for your adrenal glands because it has all the B vitamins in it. And Sumer is a blend of 5 herbs that supports the glandular function of the adrenal glands. It gives you energy and emotional support. Now, NutriCalm has all the herbs and the essential B complex and for the nervous system and the adrenal glands to help to cope with stress. And some people, they can't wait till they get one of those pills in their mouth because it calms them down after they've been with all those kids, especially a school teacher. Okay, now, if you have low blood sugar, you've got a cold adrenal gland, and it has low blood sugar, low blood pressure, cravings for sweet and carbs, poor memory, insomnia, restless sleep, nervous, mental confusion, and fatigue. And we have nervous fatigue formula and B complex. You're missing your B's, and that really helps. And the B's are particularly important for the nervous system and are good for your digestive system and enzymes, energy, circulatory system, hormones, and overall health. Just this afternoon, a guy came walking in his T-shirt. Now, you got to remember, this is winter up in Alaska. Comes in with his tin. I never see the husband and wife together because they work two different jobs. So the wife is a school teacher, and I don't know what the husband does, but he said, my wife took all my enzymes. I had to come in and get 2 more bottles. He loaned them to her, said, just take some of these. She did, and she's seen such a change, no bloating in her stomach. And there's this real strong herb we've been using on her colon for years and years and years and years. And it was just really strong, and I couldn't believe we had to use that on her colon. She don't even have to use one when she takes enzymes. So I thought that was really, he said she is so happy. She cannot believe it. So I am real happy for her, real happy that she must not have been digesting her food. And she's just a little lady, but she wasn't digesting her food. And now, with the enzymes that we got here, she loves them. She took her husband's enzymes, and he likes them because he don't get bloated, and he's one of these guys that's doing all the exercising and taking extra protein for muscle building. And he said that enzymes has helped him so much to break down that protein that he has to take to build muscle. Okay, and the next one is your thyroid hypo. Most people don't get hyper. That's a really fast thyroid. Hypo is a slow thyroid, and it causes mental and physical being slow, fatigue, low body temperature, hair loss, weight gain. Yeah, we can take temperature on some people, and they're really low on temperature when they have a low thyroid. It's not 98.6, believe me. And mild depression and being infertile. And thyroid activator is a real good one. It's a herb that feeds all the thyroid. And then TS2 and 7-keto. 7-keto, we'll talk about that. Okay, thyroid activator is from Dr. Christopher. It contains several sources of iodine, herbs, and other nutrients that benefits the thyroid. And the ones that's the best is Irish moss, kelp, black walnut, parsley, watercress, sarsaparilla, and Iceland moss. Thyroid activator aids the thyroid function and will help with fatigue. Because I had this one school teacher, she came in and had to lay down on my bench. She was so tired. She couldn't even come and place her order. She was so tired. She said when she started taking thyroid activator, and we got thyroid support too, that's got thyroid in it, She says she's up just going. So it really makes a difference when you can work on your thyroid. Or I would say this feeds your thyroid, because you can still take your medicine and you let your doctor take you off your medicine, because he will check your thyroid and see how it's working. But this thyroid activator, all it does is it feeds it, and it needs to be fed, I tell you. And TS2 is to normalize an underactive thyroid in your body. It helps that to work. Okay. Now, if you, out of all the glands, the main one that you should start out with is master gland. Master gland works with the pineal gland, the pituitary gland, the pineal gland, and the hypothalamus. Because if those three don't work, then your thyroid don't work. And a lot of people don't realize that. So if you have trouble with your thyroid, start taking master gland first, or along with the herbs for the thyroid, because it's just not working right. Your master gland, it says, it's designed to nourish the entire gland system, so it works with every gland. It feeds it and promotes health function, helps with blood sugar, blood fluid, digestion, energy, and hormones. It has 15 different herbs in it. So master gland is one of the main things that you should get on. There's a lot of different herbs in it too. Okay, and I mentioned 7-keto. 7-keto production of T3 and T4. Your body has to have that for your thyroid to be working right. It's T3 and T4. And some people just come in and that's all they need to take is keto, 7-keto, and it starts working really, really good. Well, I hope you learned something about the glands. We have quite a few of them. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 different glands in our body, but I don't think we really take care of them. So I hope you enjoy learning about your glands and feeding them.